Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today is Tuesday. It is July 11th, 2023, and I'm excited to be here with you and show you a really quick and easy fun fold card. Good morning, Kathy and Mary. I'm so happy. If you're here with me live, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your support and joining me. And if you're new to my channel and found me, welcome. I hope you'll enjoy it and consider subscribing. Today I'm going to show you, I'm calling it a front flip fold. I actually had seen it before and I can't really remember who, I think it was Karen Titus that I originally saw it from. And I used this fun fold in my card class yesterday. I have card class twice a month. And they enjoyed it so much, I thought it would be fun to share it with you. Now, hang with me through to the end. I am saying we can do it in about 5 minutes, but give or take a few because of my talking. But then I'm going to show you three more and show you how you can step it up a little bit. Now, today's card, we're going to use the inked and tiled bundle along with the matching paper. And it's the card I'm going to show you is actually almost like a simple stamping card. We're simply using stamps, ink, and paper. But then the others I'm going to show you afterwards kind of stepped it up just a little bit. So let's flip this camera down and get started. Okay, I'm not going to show you the card. I'm going to let you watch me make it. We are going to use inked and tiled, and this is a cling stamp set. And we're going to use the large flower. I'm going to use the happy birthday greeting, and we're going to use this little flower on the inside. Now, I know you've seen me use this paper before. I pulled out some of them so you could see them. Really beautiful colors. I love these colors together. And if you flip the paper over, you have a variety of different patterns. So we're going to use this one today. And I'm going to just quickly bring in and show you if you're looking for where to find this. It is in the annual catalog on page 95, and it's the Inked Botanicals. So we are going to get started, and we are using, oh my gosh, Lost Lagoon. Now, don't worry about measurements because these are all going to be on my corresponding blog post for you by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, hoping later today. And there will be a downloadable PDF for you. So you'll be able to download that. So we're starting off with a 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to go ahead and score this at 4 1/4. So let's go ahead and do that. And I just go a couple times. All right, this is good. Now, to make this front flip fun fold, that's a mouthful, we're going to cut into both sides. We're going to cut in 1 1/4 inches. Now, I want to show you, if you're new to cutting and using this the blade, I'm going to bring this up close, and you can see there's like a little slit in that blade. That's what I'm going to use to line up when I'm cutting. So I'm going to use both sides of my cutter, and I'm going to line this up over here on the right hand side at 1 1/4. I want to get my, and then I'm going to take my blade and run it right up to that fold line where that slit is in the handle of the blade. And then I'm going to slide this over here to 1 1/4. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start and run it right through up to that fold. We're going to need that again. And you can see perfectly cuts right to the fold line. Now, the other thing we're going to do with this is cut a 1-inch strip, 2 of them. that are 1 by 4. So this kind of slid over, so let's keep it there. And we're going to cut 1. Cut 2. And then we're going to trim these down to 4 inches. And I'm just going to do them together. Oops. I should have held on to that. There we go. All right, so we're ready to make our card and put it together. And you can get several cards out of one 6 by 6 sheet. So let's go ahead and what you're going to do with these 2 little flaps is we're going to fold these down. And I am going to score them with my bone folder. And now we're going to glue these down. These are going to be part of your card base. So I'm just going to add my glue. And I want to line up my edges. There we go. And we're going to do the same on this side. Okay, now here we're going to fold this down, and I am going to score that with my bone folder. I want it to lay flat. All right, and that looks good. Now these 2 strips that we cut, these are going to go here. So we're going to put those on. And I know someone is out there timing me to see if we get this in 5 minutes. But I'm actually, in all honesty, last night I made 3 of these in about 20 minutes. 3 or 4. Can't even remember. I had so much fun with them. Okay, so we're doing that. So we get this squared off a little bit. Okay, so here's the base of our card. Now we need 2 pieces of basic white, or if you choose very vanilla. And these are 2 3/4 by 4 inch. One is for the inside and one is for the outside. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do the inside first. Now for the inside, I chose a greeting, since this is a birthday, that says, "Because you totally deserve it." And this is from the Charming Sentiments. Use whatever you have. To finish up your card or your greeting, I'm using Inked and Tiled. You may have another stamp set that you really like and want to use. I'm going to see if this is going to be dark enough. I was going to use my Lost Lagoon to stamp, but let's see. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Let's go ahead. So I'm going to ink this up, and I am going to bring in, because these are photopolymer stamp sets, I am going to bring in my piercing mat. I just think I get a crisper stamped image. Now I want to dress this up a little bit, and I decided to use, I pulled in both crushed curry and Calypso Coral because they are the colors in the paper. I think I'm going to go ahead with the crushed curry, or let's try Calypso Coral because I have another one to show you with crushed curry. So I have the little stamp here. I'm just going to ink it up, and I'm simply going to stamp it right here in the corner. And that is ready to put on our inside. Now, if you wanted to do something a little different on the inside, and I'll show you this on one of the other cards. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you for joining us. And I agree, Kathy, this is one of my favorite stamp sets also. I love this stamp set. So we're going to put this in here. Here's our inside. Now for our outside, again, we're using the 2 3/4 by 4. And I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. This is from Inked and Tiled. And we're going to pull in our Lost Lagoon. And I'm just going to stamp it here. And I think we're done with this color. Now let's pull in our Calypso Coral. And we're going to use the large flower image. When I have a large image, I tend to always turn my ink pad over to ink it up because I find I get less around the edges. And we're just going to go ahead and stamp here. Isn't that pretty? I love this stamp set. So if you are keeping up, there is tons going on with Stampin' Up. You know the online exclusives are out, and the truck has sold out already, but it will be back on the 17th. I went to order it and it was gone. So here's our front. Now I want to dress this up a little bit with linen thread. So I leave mine on the roll. I find I waste less if I do that. And I also like to double my linen thread up because I like the look of a double bow. It looks a little bit fuller and just gives it a little bit more depth and texture. I'm going to make 2 bunny ears. And I just wrap it underneath and pull. And this allows me then to work with, where's my other thread? You can see I can work with it and make it smaller. I lost one of the bows. Let's try that again here. There we go. So we're just going to pull it, and you can see I have two big bows, and this is the end I'm going to cut. So now I can just kind of work with this and make it the size I want. Even the bows. So that looks pretty good here. So let's go ahead and just bring that down a little bit more, and I'm going to trim these off. Okay, and then I can even make it smaller if I want to, which is a little bit. Okay, so we're going to pop this on here with a glue dot. And I'm just going to make sure I have it nice and tight. And then if I need to, I can trim my tails afterwards. So let's go ahead and stick this on. And I am going to trim these down. Okay, now to dress this up a little bit, I'm bringing in our tinsel gems. This is the 3-pack. It's Misty Moonlight, Fresh Freesia, and Lost Lagoon. So I'm going to add a few of the Lost Lagoon. We're going to use the little ones since this is a small front. Let's pop one here and pop one here. So here's our card. So truly stamps, ink, and paper. I did not, Cynthia. I'm waiting to order the truck stamp set. I will get it when it comes back in stock on the 17th. Even I didn't get there quick enough to get it. So here's the one we made. Now let me show you 3 others. This one is with just designer series paper. Nothing stamping but your greetings. And this was 2 different papers. I can't remember if it was the front and back of just one or 2 different ones, but these are from the Irresistible Blooms. And I used the Charming Sentiments with the dies, the Sentiment Silhouette dies, and popped up the greeting, wishing you the happiest of birthdays, and dressed it up a little bit. That was all I had to do, and just used a piece of designer paper on the inside of this one. Now here's one. using the same paper that we used here, just a different design. And this fourth one is the one we did for card class yesterday. This is a retired paper, but they wanted to use the stripes. It was a masculine card. Here I used the deckled rectangle just to dress up the front a little bit. And all we did was stamp the inside. So a really quick and easy fun fold. Let me bring you back to me for a minute. So I hope you enjoyed it. I love this fun fold. It's really versatile and you can do so much with it. And you can make several of them in no time at all. So if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with your friends. And I will be back on Friday at 11 a.m. Now, don't forget, there will be the downloadable PDF with the link for you to download the instructions and the cutting directions. Thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you liked it. And Cooper is doing great. Thank you for asking. He is running around and back to his old self. So it's so good after 3 weeks to see him finally doing better. So thank you, everybody. I am looking forward to being with you again on Friday. You have a great week. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.